Welcome back to the Farm2Table Show morning edition, everyone, where we're all about living free without leaving. And today, have we got a challenge for you, and not a theoretical one either, not a pipe dream, a real practical, put it to the test kind of challenge. And we're calling it the $10 Homestead Challenge. Are you intrigued? Are you interested? I sure hope so. Here we go. But that's right, just $10. 10 little Washingtons. And the question is this: what can you really start with almost nothing? Because look, I get it. We all scroll through the social media. We see folks with acreage, tractors, barns, full blown greenhouses, and dairy setups. And you think, huh, cool, good for them. But what about me? I got a patio and a paycheck that disappears faster than a chicken in a hawk's shadow. I mean, really, what am I supposed to do? Well, what if I told you that your journey into homesteading, into food freedom, health, and self reliance doesn't have to start with a farm? Oh no, it can start with $10 and the will to try. So buckle up. Today, we're going to prove it. We've got stories, tips, and even a challenge for you to take on because this isn't just theory. This is boots on the ground, hands in the dirt. Do what you can with what you have, homesteading. So let's get ready. Here we go. The problem, the myth of the expensive start. Let's start with that lie. Let's start with the myth. The reason most people never start homesteading is they think it costs too much. And yes, if you go online and start loading up your cart with raised beds, premium seeds, compost delivery, and automated chicken doors, yeah, it can get expensive. But the idea that you have to go big to start, that's the myth. Because homesteading at its core isn't about how much land you have or how fancy your setup is. It's about this: can you produce something, anything, with your own hands, your own space, and your own grit? Homesteading is a mindset, not a mortgage. It's about replacing dependency with creativity. Ooh, I like being creative. Trading excuses for effort. And the first step is breaking the myth that you need thousands of dollars to get started. So today we're taking away that excuse. All you get is $10, $10, 10 smackaroonies. That's it. That's all. Let's see what you can do. So here's what you can do with $10. All right, let's get practical now. I'm going to give you 5 solid ideas that you can start with $10 or less. Each one is a legitimate homesteading activity. Are you ready? Are you sure? Grab, get a notepad. Get ready to write this down. Okay, here we go. Idea number 1. And I've said this more than once. Means it's a good idea. If I keep repeating it, it's got to be about something. All right. The windowsill herb garden. You don't need a backyard. You just need a windowsill. And with the way it's been raining here lately, that might be a good thing. Just a windowsill. Grab a few cheap pots or even reuse some old yogurt cups or something. Use soil from outside or spend $3 at the store on a little bag from Dollar General or someplace like that. Then buy a packet of basil, or cilantro seeds for $1.50. Boom, you're in. Fresh grown herbs grown by you, used in your kitchens. Guess what? You just became a producer. You're no longer just a consumer. How about that? That's pretty cheap. By my count, that's $4.50 and a few things you already had laying around anyway. All right. How about this one? Idea number 2: the mason jar sprout factory. Now, this one kind of caught my attention. I was like, what is this? Don't know if I'll do it, but it's interesting. All right. You want food fast? And not fast food fast. You want food fast. Try sprouting lentils, mung beans, alfalfa. Buy a small bag from the bulk bin for under $2. Toss them in a mason jar with water and a cheesecloth or an old t-shirt even as the lid. In 3 to 5 days, you've got fresh, crunchy, living food. Nutrient dense, shelf stable seeds transformed into superfood. No land required. And by my count, what is that? $2, maybe a mason jar. Yeah, you're out cheap. You probably got a jar laying around somewhere. Yeah, okay, just telling you. There it is. That's number 2. Idea number 3, the bucket garden. Oh, I've done this. All right. Made a mistake or two along the way, which we'll talk about in a minute, but the good old bucket garden. Get a 5-gallon bucket. The most used tool on the homestead, by the way, the 5-gallon bucket. Free from bakeries and restaurants. A lot of times, if you ask, they've got to do something with them. Anyway, just, source it. Drill a few holes in the bottom. That's a key. Oh, that is so key. Mistake number 1 that I made when I did bucket gardening. Forgot to drill the holes. That results in mold and all kinds of bad things. It just did not go well. It was mush. All right. Fill it with free compost, which is lawn, or lawn clippings, cheap soil. Okay. Plant 1 cherry tomato or pepper from a $2 start. So even if you bought the bucket, you're still probably not in. Okay. Boom. Container gardening on a budget. I like that. I like container gardening. It's one of those things I'm fascinated with because of the fact that you can set them in different places and move them around, or you don't have to necessarily get a tiller and break up ground. You can do this on a patio, a balcony, a lot of places you can do the container gardening, and that's why I like the bucket garden idea. Idea number 4. I talked about this the other day. Regrow from kitchen scraps. I think that was one of my homestead hacks the other day. You've got green onions, celery, romaine. Don't toss the ends. Plant them. What you do, stick them in water, put them on that windowsill right next to the herbs, and watch the regrowth. It's not just fun, it's food. All right? So that's pretty simple, easy one right there. And idea number 5. Okay? Now, this is if you're about to get serious about business. Okay? The idea number 5, worm compost bin or vermiculture. You do some search on that. You can start composting indoors with red wigglers and a bin made from 2 Rubbermaid containers. $10 gets you the bin and some worms, either bought or sourced from a friend. Feed them your scraps, and in return, black gold worm castings for the future garden. And that's just 5 ideas. Okay, that's just 5 ideas. There's folks that have raised quail on balconies, grown mushrooms in closets, and started seed swaps that fed entire neighborhoods, all from next to nothing. The limit isn't the budget, folks. The limit is our belief. Okay? So, I'm going to give you some stories. I'm going to give you a little bit of something to encourage you here, okay? I went through some ideas. We're talking about this challenge, okay? Stories from the $10, okay? Let's talk about Amanda. She had $7 in a windowsill. That's it. She started with green onions and a basil seed pack. Green onion ends and a basil seed pack. That's it. 6 months later, she's growing 12 types of herbs in pots she found on Facebook Marketplace for free. Yo. Then there's Carlos. He started sprouting lentils in a jar during COVID lockdowns. Today, he teaches people how to do this in microgreens at his community center. And I'll tell you this, every person who takes a small step, no matter how scrappy, they feel the same thing when they eat their first bite of something they grow. Freedom. That's what you feel. Freedom, that sense of it. Because it's not about how much you have, it's about what you do with it. And that's where that true liberty, that true freedom comes from. Taking those little things and making the best of the situation you have. Now let's step back for a second, because as always, this is deeper than just food. Okay? There's something sacred about starting small. In the Bible, we see over and over again how God uses small beginnings, loaves and fishes, a mustard seed, a widow's oil. Do not despise small or humble beginnings. Okay, we all have to start somewhere, and it all begins with the first step. And homesteading, it is a form of stewardship. It's honoring creation. It's saying, I'll take what I have, no matter how little, and I'll multiply it. Those of us who know the Bible know the parable of the talents. That's what this is. No matter how little, no matter what, we take it and we multiply it. So you don't need 40 acres to honor God with your food. Although if you got 40 acres, that's a good, hey, great. But you don't need that. You just need to start with what He's already given you. And sometimes that just might be a $10 bill and plastic cup on the porch. And that's enough. So let's get to the challenge. Okay. This is the challenge to you, whether you're new, thinking about getting into homesteading, want to try it, kind of tiptoe in. $10 is a pretty cheap try. Or, hey, for my friends that are watching, my morning crew and all those that are already homesteading and already doing things, challenge to you too, just to see if you can still do this. Okay, so here's the challenge: 30 days, $10. Here it is, the $10 Homestead Challenge. We want you, yes, you, all of you out there, you, to start something. Okay, start growing something, start something, anything. But you've only got $10 to spend. Okay, $10. That's it. Okay. We want you to document it, post it, share it. In the process, tag us, okay? And use the hashtag $10 Homestead Challenge. And I'm going to put that down in the description on it so you can see it. And that way you know what it's all about. $10 hashtag $10 Homestead Challenge, okay? That's what it is. We want you to share, tag, post it. Let everybody know what you're doing. Tell us about it. Start sprouting, start regrowing, start container gardening, start fermenting, start composting. Just start. That's the whole point. And once you've taken that first step, you've already crossed the hardest part, and that's getting started. So here's what you do. Okay, here's the rules. Okay, here's what you do. Spend $10 or less, start a homestead project. Okay, grow something, making something, $10. Share your progress online with the hashtag. And again, that's hashtag $10. So, the $10 Homestead Challenge. And like I said, I will put that in the comments down in the description down below at the top so you can see that. Okay. And then, of course, when you share this, okay, tag us on the Farm to Table Show. Okay. Tag us there. And just maybe we might feature you on something upcoming. Okay. No prize, no trophy, just the satisfaction of saying I did something. But we do want to see the results. And who knows, your little seed, it might grow into something bigger. So there's the challenge. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to see some of the results and some of the comments on that one. But let's get down to what happens after that $10. Because let's be real, this challenge isn't just about the $10. Okay, although that's a challenge. Okay, it's about the momentum. What you start with $10 might inspire you to join a community garden, learn to preserve food, trade seeds with your neighbors, maybe. How about that? Raise your own chickens someday if you're not already. Say goodbye to grocery store dependency. Okay, and just knowing that you can, the self confidence that comes from knowing you can do this. And you'll start seeing food differently. You'll start seeing waste differently and work differently. Our friend Bob Ryder, Olive Branch Aquaponics, he says his job is to put the garbage man out of business. He tries to reuse and repurpose and recycle everything. Okay. Once you realize you can grow your own salad in a pot, once you figure out you can grow these things yourself, you start wondering, what else can I do? And before you know it, you're not just playing homestead, you are the homestead. So let's wrap this part up. The world wants you dependent, passive, disconnected from your food, your land, and your future. But you've got a choice. And that choice might start with $10 in a seed packet. It might start on a windowsill, in a jar, or in a bucket. But where it goes, now that's up to you. So let me ask again, what can you start with almost nothing? The answer, everything. If you've got the will, the grit, and a little bit of dirt under your fingernails, you're already on your way. So let's see what you got. This is the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. This is the Farm to Table Show, and you, my friends, have just been challenged. Share your journey and tag us. Like I said, hashtag $10 challenge. So keep planning, keep producing, keep pushing forward, one seed, one step, and one story at a time. And we're all in this together. All right, folks, there you've got it. The Homestead Challenge. Handing it over to you. We'll see what comes out of it. We'll see what y'all do. Hope you get interactive with it. Hey, I want to hear stories. I want to see posts. Okay. I want to see tags for us. I want to see Farm to Table Show being tagged on everything. Here we go. Well, and again, it's Memorex, Ryan. I'm sorry, Scotty. I'm sorry, Joy. I'm sorry, everybody out there. I know it's Thursday and Robbie's over at Bible study group having a great morning with that. I know he looks forward to that. And, all the rest of y'all, that come in, Tracy and Tim and Troy Sutton and Ed Kirkpatrick. And I shouldn't start naming names because eventually I will miss somebody. But all y'all that come in and join us and everybody that's here today, man, I'm glad to see you all. Wish I was there with you live. Good news. Tomorrow, I'm off work. Tomorrow I'm off work, so I can get up and do it live with y'all on Friday morning. At least have one day this week that we get to enjoy each other, hanging out live and seeing the chats. And I want to hear the feedback from the week, all the stuff I've missed. So Friday is going to be a little different show. I've got a topic that I think y'all are going to find funny, entertaining, and maybe a little truthful. I know it's true in my life, so hopefully it rolls to you. But you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to find out what that is. So let's move on into the homestead hack. Okay, this is a livestock hack. Okay, for those of you, especially my goat friends. Okay, and this is a mobile goat milking stand. Now, any of you that got goats, you let me know if this works. Okay, sounds good, looks good. I want to know if it actually works or if some of y'all have actually tried this. So here's the hack. You build a lightweight, foldable milking stand with scrap wood and a locking head gate. Mount it on wheels or a dolly for easy moving between pens and shaded areas. All right. Now, if I ever get around to building some of this stuff, some of these things I'm saying, some of these things on these hacks, I save them on my phone. I'm going to have to put some of these into practical application. Put some videos out about that. That'll be fun. All right, but you mount this on wheels or a dolly for easy moving between pens and shaded areas. Here's what's great about it. Saves time and your back. Encourages consistent milking routines, and it's great for small scale and rotating setups. All right. I've seen some of these milking stands, how they're built and they got the head gate. So I think, making this mobile or making it, foldable, that type of thing, I think it's possible. I read this one and I was like, I'm going to put this out there anyway. I want to hear from my goat friends and let me know if this actually works. Or if you're telling me, Ryan, you're crazy, which is possible, but it's kept me from going insane, y'all. All right. Anyway, a little fun at my expense. There we go. Anyway, all right, let's move on to tip or quote of the day. And here is a quote. Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. That's from Walter Elliott. It's kind of true. Things just kind of roll in order and they kind of come behind each other. And sometimes, we got to stick it out. Don't quit. That's usually always the answer anyway. Things, don't quit. Keep pushing forward, one step in front of the other. So there we go, folks. All right. Well, let's move on into our event section. We're going to get through this because, man, it is Thursday morning. Tomorrow is the beginning of a great weekend, the busiest weekend in homesteading. I'm convinced of this. First up in the bat, as always, the Shindig Ozark Living Expo, April 25th and 26th, Newton County Fair and Rodeo, Jasper, Arkansas. Yeah, our friend Zach Bauer is going to be there both days, and this thing is absolutely free. They ask a donation for parking. They don't pay the guys for parking. That's all they ask. But anyway, looks like it's going to be a good event. Sounds like they got a lot going on up there. So check that out if you're up in that area. The Homestead Conference, April 25th and 26th in Waco, Texas. Now, this one's a first-year event, but man, they're shooting for the stars. They have brought in some big-name hitters on this one, and looks like they're going to try to kick this off real big. I hope it's successful for them. That's the Homestead Conference, April 25th and 26th, Waco, Texas. Homesteading and Outdoor Expo, April 26th, The Barn at Oleander in Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's a $15 door fee on that. It's 9 to 5, and good for our friends down there in Florida in that area. Swing on in there and check that out. This week, Friday, tomorrow, right here. First annual River Valley Homestead Conference and Poultry Show, April 25th, 26th, Sebastian County Fairgrounds, Greenwood, Arkansas. That's right here in my backyard. Okay, so may try to make that over, weather permitting. Anyway, and check that out for the first event. See how things are going there. Now, the 10 Killer YouTube Meetup, April 25th through 27th in Lake Tenkiller, Oklahoma, Cherokee Landing State Park at the Creek Shelter. Now, if you're going one day, all days, RSVP 10 Killer YT Meetup at gmail.com. Once again, that is 10 Killer YT Meetup at gmail.com. For those that are going to be attending, the only thing they ask is if you bring some water, sodas, that type of thing to put in the community ash chest. That way we'll make sure everybody's got plenty to drink. Now, weather is question mark. That's not to be a downer. I'm praying. I hope everybody that's planning on going is praying that this rain passes us by, that this rain doesn't come. I've been monitoring the weather. There's still chances of rain, but the chances have went down. So it's a bit better than it was the first time I looked at it. I'm going to call the park tomorrow, kind of see what we're looking at, checking in on camping arrangements and that sort of thing, kind of see what's going on, because I would really like to go ahead and go up there and camp. But if not, I'll probably just be up Saturday for the one day. But looking forward to it, looking forward to hanging out with all our YouTube friends and some people we've not met face to face, and getting to know some new people that we didn't even know was out there. But anyway, so really looking forward to that Saturday. Might have to have an umbrella and a raincoat, but and wet boots, but we'll be there anyway. May 16th through the 18th, Mid America YouTube Meetup, Lake Eufaula State Park at the Deep Fork Campground Pavilion, which is where the Nature Center is at. MT Homestead is host. MT Homestead OK at gmail.com is the email address on that one. Another great YouTube meetup that has been going on now for a few years, and that's going to be a good one right there as well. Man, let me see, May 17th, same weekend, 5th Annual Shed Farm Homestead Festival in Garland, Kansas. Multi-year event now, obviously, 5th year, and a lot of teaching, a lot of other things going on. Looks like it's a good time up there. Moving into June, the Homestead Festival in Hardison Mills near Columbia, Tennessee. That's on Roy Feek's Ranch there near Columbia. It's a big event, huge music talent, vendors, speakers, presenters, all of the stuff that comes with the festival that size. And anyway, so that's good. Now, also in June, Modern Homesteading Conference, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, June 27th through 28th. And you can reach out to them at modernhomesteading.com to find out more details. That's a big event, growing, been several years now. And again, they've got a great lineup, and it's, looks like they put together a real nice event out there. Ozark, moving into September. We're jumping all the way. Ozarks Homesteading Expo, September 5th and 6th in Marshfield, Missouri. So looking forward to that one. Great event. 6th year now this year. They do a phenomenal job. Vendors everywhere, speakers, presenters, top notch. Great speaker lineup, great presenter lineup. Lots of great people, lots of great information, and a lot of fun hanging out. And great food, by the way. Great food. Anyway, end of September, Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. That's September 26th and 27th at the Southeast Expo Center in McAlester, Oklahoma. We are so looking forward to that. This thing is growing. It's going to be it's a second year this year, and it is going to be phenomenal. Keith and I are speaking and presenting there, as well as bringing the show down there and setting up and doing the show from the Rendezvous, just like we will have done at Ozark Homestead Expo, and we did at Okie Homestead Expo. We are so looking forward to it. They're doing a great job down there. And lastly, Homesteaders of America Conference, October 10th and 11th in Front Royal, Virginia. Again, that's the granddaddy of them all. That thing is huge. They got a speaker lineup that is second to none. I'm telling you, second to no one. They've got the best lineup I've seen. Nothing wrong with the other lineups. Phenomenal lineups. Everybody's doing a great job. But Amy Fuel and Homesteaders of America, they're bringing the big guns. It's worth checking out. Anyway, so there's the upcoming events, and so make plans. Try to be some of these places. And I know there's events that we don't know about, things we haven't got listed on here. So if there's stuff in your area and you want it listed, or you want us to talk about it, share us with us. Let us know about it, and we'll try to get it out there. But anyway, that's it for that. Well, folks, that's a wrap for today on the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining me as we strive towards building a stronger community for now and in the future. Miss you guys. Wish I was with you today live. It's been a killer work week, and getting home late and up and going early. It's just been a busy, busy week, and it's that time of year for me. So anyway, look forward to seeing you all tomorrow live right here, 6 a.m. I will be here, Lord willing. Nothing happens between now and then. But anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the thumbs up there, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. Until next time, keep your roots deep and your vision growing. Good food starts with great people just like you. Remember, we are hashtag stronger together. Be a blessing to someone. Oh, and before we go, don't forget, hashtag $10 challenge, homestead challenge. Hashtag $10 homestead challenge. Look for it down in the description, and we will be looking, and hopefully you'll be seeing some. Hopefully we'll be seeing some tags. Y'all let us know what you got going on with $10. Take the challenge. It's there for you. You've been challenged. Okay. Again, be a blessing to someone, even if it's just a smile. You might have made their day. And we'll see you all on the other side. And we're going to hand this over to our good buddy Hank to take us on out of here. So Hank, take us home.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.